Hey guys, welcome to our brand new YouTube channel all about motocross and motocross lifestyle. Pat and I today are about to go pick up the brand new 2024 Honda CRF 250 and we're going to take you guys with us for the ride and then walk you through the process of getting the bike race ready for this weekend at Walden MX in the Hudson Valley. So let's go. Hey, I'm Gina.
And I'm Pat. When I decided to get back on the bike after 5 years without racing,
I decided to document the journey. So come along with us as we show you the ins and outs and ups and downs of living the moto life. How are you feeling?
hello, I'm feeling very, very good.
Are you excited to get your bike?
I'm excited to get the bike.
So why don't you tell people what your last bike was, what year it was, and what the last time you raced was?
I had a 2013 Honda CRF 450, and the last time I raced it was 2013. I entered a few races after that, but I didn't really do them.
And this is your old number plates, right?
Yes, we brought up the old number plates so we can figure out what graphics we want.
Yeah, so last night we ordered new graphics for our new bike, which we're going to get today, and we're super excited to bring you guys along with us so you can see the process. Let's go! There it is.
What a pretty color.
How do you feel?
I feel wonderful.
Hey.
Back at home.
You excited?
I'm very excited.
Okay, we just got the bike!
Woo!
We're gonna go pick it up in a few hours after they prep it and everything. They're gonna call us, so we're gonna go get some lunch and check out some more gear, look for a new helmet, but we got the bike! Woohoo!
We're going racing, watch out.
Yeah! We're back to pick up the bike. Time to bring it home. There it is. Loaded up and ready to take it home. How do you feel?
Ready to go. Ready
excited?
To take it apart. I'm beyond excited. It's been 11 years since I've had a new bike, so I'm ready to re-enter the world.
Okay, so we're home now and just had some dinner and the bike is here in the garage. We're super excited. And so Pat's gonna tell you a little bit about the next step to get this ready to actually go and race.
So the next thing that we're going to do is actually take it apart. We're going to rip the bike apart because typically the factory doesn't actually lube much of the linkage or the headset, the axles. They usually leave them dry. So if you're buying a new bike, definitely I can only speak for the Honda really, but if you're buying a new bike, you technically really want to take it apart and look at it to see if your bike has been race prepped by your dealer or by the factory. But we're going to take it apart and show you the linkage and the bearings and the axles to show you exactly how much grease comes on this factory model. All right, so we got all of the side panels off the 24 250R and getting ready to pull apart the linkage, and I'm also getting ready to pull out the rear axle so I can show you guys just how much, if any, lube comes on this from the factory. The air filter is actually pretty well done. It's pretty well coated. Looks like it's going to capture any dirt or dust really well. Just a kind of a thing I do. I pull this out and I put some of the same, like a very light touch of wheel grease right around the outside, just so that any smaller specks of dust or dirt don't get through. But I'm going to pull this axle out and show you guys exactly what we're dealing with from the factory. All right, so here's the rear axle. It is essentially bone dry. It's basically bone dry. I wouldn't even say there's assembly lube on here. So again, I do this because if anyone is purchasing a new bike, I know you can of course go and ride it whenever you want, but it really does make a lot of sense to just get it home, take the time and intention, and pull these things apart and inspect them and grease them or lube them the way that you feel comfortable, because they're not going to last very long if you just go out there and rip with them. I'm going to imagine that the linkage is going to be the exact same condition with zero lube on it, and I'm also going to imagine that the headset is as well. So I'm going to pull that apart and we'll take a look. All right, so we've got the linkage apart, the swing arm pivot, and the rear axle, and just like the rear axle, the linkage is it's bone dry. There's nothing, virtually nothing on it. So again, you definitely want to pull this apart, even the bearing packs on the inside, and I just use a very thin kind of coating of some like wheel bearing grease, or I use waterproof wheel bearing grease, and that should be more than enough to get you going for quite a while. And then just inspect it and update it as you ride it. Make sure it stays nice and free, torque your bolts, and yeah, I'm gonna put this back together and get to work on the front end. Chain is adjusted, rear axle, everything's lubed up, greased, ready to go. Just put an hour meter on it, the Moose Racing hour meter, because I like to do that right when it's brand new so I can keep track of maintenance schedules. And next we're going to pull the front end off, grease the stem and front axle, and we will be ready to actually break it in. All right, so we got the bars and the top triple clamp off. We're going to be able to kind of like spin this back and drop the headset down. Should be able to grease and lube the bottom and top bearing right here without even dropping the whole thing down. Then we're going to do the front axle and we will be all done and good to go. Actually, the bottom headset actually did have some lube in it. It's the only thing that was actually lubed. So I would still check your bike, but there's a good chance that your headset, which is kind of a lot of, not a lot of work, but a little bit of work to get off, might be greased. I'm gonna kind of clean this off and put my own in there so it's all consistent, but good news. So your headset might be greased on your 2024 CRF 250R. And a bit of a pleasant surprise, the front end front axle and spacers also greased. So the front of the bike was done, it was lubed, but the back of the bike was not.
So this is pretty exciting. Our decals that we ordered just arrived today in time for open practice tomorrow. We're going to Walden MX on Sunday, so we were hoping that they would come in time, and they just arrived. So we're super excited about these. You can see them here. Number 200, it says Team Mahan, and then I don't know if you can see this, but we got the little stickers here, P&G Racing, which is super fun. That's our little team name, and then Team Mahan stickers. So we're gonna get those put onto the bike, and then the bike will officially be ready to go to open practice tomorrow. How's it going?
Wonderful. Charlie just helped me put on the front number plate.
This is Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
He's our little moto kitty. That looks great.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Pretty pumped.
Oh, I love that Team Mahan. Amazing. Charlie, what do you think, honey?
Unimpressed.
Yes.
He's unimpressed.
As per usual. All right, the decals are on. The bike is ready to go just in time for this weekend. So we're gonna be at Walden MX this weekend. We leave tomorrow for open practice. That'll be Pat's first time on this new...
First time
on the new 2024 bike. And so our next video is gonna be an honest review of the bike. We're gonna have footage of Pat riding it and then get his honest thoughts about the new bike. So if you want to stay tuned and follow along with us on our moto journey, hit that like and subscribe button down below and follow along with us.